Well, if the weather pattern weren't so kind of quiet and the same thing over and over again, very repetitive, we wouldn't really spend that much time advertising this relatively quiet system that's arriving sometime next week to change the pattern up. But it's been like this for what seems like weeks, with temperatures into the 80s, dry conditions, sporadic rain chances. By the way, the high today was 84, the low 56. You're talking almost 30 degrees of spread there. The average is 72 for this time of year, so we're well above the average. It's nowhere near the record of 92 though. And keep in mind, we've been 80s the last couple of days for October, but look at September. Look at all of the days here in this orange color. That's all of the above average days. And it seems like it has been at least the last 3 to 4 weeks. There was a little bit of a cool down there in the early part of September, but this pattern has persisted. Now, there is going to be a bit of a pattern change. We're talking about mid 80s, at least through Sunday and into Monday. And then we finally see some changes, a bit of a cool down. It's not that dramatic. This system doesn't look to bring any major rain chances, any type of big concerns, but it's the only thing that's happening in the weather department. To be honest, we need that change. We need the rain to arrive. Now, it's not going to bring a lot of rain, but any amount would be good for the drought. The droughts continue to creep in. In fact, this area of this kind of darker shade of red, this extreme drought has started to creep into the state. That's new on this drought monitor. Any amount of rain that we can get will certainly help. It doesn't look like that's going to arrive though until Monday, probably late Monday, and especially on Tuesday. Tuesday is really the day before we wrap the chances up on Wednesday, especially early in the day on Wednesday. It's not going to be a lot of rain though. I've been watching some of the latest models and they really continue to bring most of the rain to the East Coast and only keep maybe about a half an inch, maybe a quarter of an inch if we're lucky across parts of Indiana. It's not going to be significant rain, although there may be a few locations that pick up spotty amounts that are heavier than that. Otherwise, the forecast remains the same. Friday looks nice, lots of sunshine. Saturday looks nice and warm, lots of sunshine. Same thing for Sunday. Changes start to arrive next week as we cool down into the 60s for daytime highs.